Hello guys and welcome to another coffee video. Now a lot of you want to make cheap coffee at home because making nice coffee can be really expensive. Luckily here I've got 3 solutions in front of me. I'm going to run through each of those and show you why you should get them and why they're the most price efficient options, at least in my opinion. So first up, the cheapest option, we've got Nescafe instant coffee or any instant coffee. If we just crack this open, you can see it's just fine coffee dust essentially. So these are freeze-dried coffee beans that are soluble in water. You don't need to grind anything down. You just mix it with water and then you've got yourself coffee. You can use it to make things like iced lattes, iced Americanos, even lattes and cappuccinos hot if you're skilled enough to do that from home. But as far as your coffee options go, instant coffee is the cheapest way to go. It isn't always the most ethical. That is probably like the #1 problem with it. But you can pick these up for a few pounds and you'll get loads of coffee out of it, and if you need a caffeine fix, it's probably your best way to go. Next up, we've got V60 or filter coffee. Now, this is awesome, this little piece of kit here. They're very inexpensive. You can pick them up on Amazon for about 15 or 20 pounds. If I can find a link to it, I'll leave that in the description of this video below. Basically, these are really good because usually you would need a filter, but this is made of a very fine metal mesh. And that way, the coffee just runs down the outside of this and drips off the bottom. So there's no need for filters. All you have to do is wash it, and then you're set. To use this, all you have to do is put some coffee in there, put some water in there. Obviously, pour it gently just to make sure you don't disturb the coffee. And then it will pour through into your cup. It's that simple. Ideally for this, you want to be buying ground coffee. If you're trying to keep things cheap, you don't want to be buying a coffee grinder. Just buy nice ground coffee, pop it in here, and then water. That's it. It's that simple. Very nice, very cheap, inexpensive, and you can still make a really good coffee with one of these. Now, the third option is a little bit more expensive. This is AeroPress. An AeroPress you could probably pick up on Amazon for around about £30. Again, if I can find a link on Amazon, I will put that in the description below just in case you want to get one. These, basically, you unpop this and you've got a little mesh here. You pop a filter in that and it screws to the bottom. And then all you have to do is put coffee and water, again ideally ground coffee because you don't want to be spending money on a grinder. You just pop that in here with hot water up to any level you want, dependent on the strength that you like. The higher this number goes and the more water you pour, obviously the weaker it will get. You leave it for a minute and then all you have to do is pop this attachment in here, squeeze through. Wow, it's pretty hard actually. And then all the water comes through and you get a really nice coffee at the end of it. Now it is probably your more expensive option just because you have to buy the kit for about £30. And with these two, you do have to buy ground coffee fairly often as well. But it isn't too expensive. It's a really good option if you're looking to have nice coffee that isn't instant from home, but you're not looking to spend tons of money. So these two are probably your best way to go. But the big question is, which of these makes the best coffee? Which one of these can you actually get the best quality out of? This would clearly be the AeroPress. Whilst it's the most expensive, you can make a really high quality coffee with an AeroPress. If you wanted to invest in scales and in a coffee grinder, you can do. But personally, if you're trying to keep it cheap, I think it's just best to use, like a couple tablespoons of coffee and ground coffee. Maybe a really nice ground coffee. That isn't too expensive, it doesn't cost too much to get a really nice, flavoursome, expensive coffee. Like, I say expensive as far as coffee goes. But this is probably one of your most solid options. My personal favourite out of these 3 is definitely this. I think whilst the quality isn't necessarily always as good, you can still make a really nice coffee with one of these, and to be honest, the fact that you don't have to pay for filters does make it one of the most solid options. In quality, it's halfway between these two, but also very inexpensive. I would personally go for one of these. That is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped. If you're looking for the links to either of these products, please look at the description. I'll see if I can find them for you on Amazon or elsewhere online so that you guys can, save some money whilst making nice coffee at home. Please like and subscribe. It goes a long way and it means I can give you guys more coffee advice to help you save money and make the best possible coffee that you can, whether this is at home or in your job or elsewhere. Comment any thoughts you have down below, and if you want to see anything else, pop that down below too. See you later, guys. Have a good one.